Hello and welcome. Now, I don't very often do things like a mod review, but this got me foxed last time, and it is so new that I thought, well, I don't think there's going to be that much about this. And then I looked in the shop, and I saw this. If you look carefully in miscellaneous, it sort of gives you a little bit of a clue, but I'm expanding on this because it's not so obvious. Let me just go right across the end because it's really close to the very end of this. There's an awful lot about it. But yeah, this is the original olive picker, as in like it is an adaptation of this, which I know I've got the mod already. I've never quite used it. I've nearly used it a couple of times, but I use a slightly easier olive mod for growing olives on agres balconies. But there is also, still not gone far enough. Here we go. If you look closely, almonds picker and pistachio picker. If you look close at the bottom, it says right combinations. So I pressed that, and I thought, what's this got to do with everything? It's like weights. And then I saw the front loader, and I thought, I think I get it. Yes, there's also the hydraulic oil barrel. So I think we also need that, but I don't think we're going to need that to actually use it. So then I thought, hang on a minute. So is this a front loader adapter? And the bottom line is, indeed it is. This is to be picked up with a front loader, and then you would obviously go into the tree, and I would imagine, you need to unfold and turn on. So that is interesting. That is interesting. So then, what is the power requirements for that? Oh, seriously? I've got to go all the way through. Right, what is the 85 horsepower? I have got 85 horsepower. This is a 100 horsepower tractor. Perhaps it means spare 100. Yeah, maybe, perhaps, because that really should be. So I'm going to need a tractor that's a little bit. But for the demonstration purposes, that really proves exactly how that is to work. It is a front loader attacher, and yeah, that is it. So mod review over. Yeah, that is it. So let's be clever and let's move these out of the way a little bit, like we did before, because we're seeming to be taking over the it's true, we are taking over the shop again. We do need, actually, though, yeah, seriously, at some point soon we're going to need to buy a lorry. Truthfully, I'm wondering whether we go for the cab over, which is a very reasonable priced lorry, proper lorry. Let's have a look. Is there anything else that is that reasonable that we could afford to actually go for trucks? I know the Unimog is in this, but it really needs to be something that is a proper truck. So I know the cab over is absolutely an amazing one for 30,000, and there's also what the Fiat, 260 horsepower. Also, I believe, it hasn't got the hitch. I think you put one on, if I'm honest. Sure you can. No. I thought you could. Nope, not this one. There is one perhaps you can, but that's still very reasonable for 30 odd thousand, the same as the cab over, and also something that I've not used before. I love the lizard necks. These are, and we've seen this 2 or 3 times, but never just the lorry. We've always had the actual truck that's got the backs, which we of course, that's true. The lizard, I think really it's a Volvo. I think it looks like it to me. And then there's 1313, which isn't really a lorry, is it? No, in so much as it has backs. It is a firm favourite of mine. Is that no, it's the I mean, that is an absolute snippet. It's fantastic, but again, it wouldn't function, wouldn't sort of suit us for what we're trying to do. It's got to be, I think that again is, it's got backs again. I love that, the IT Runner edition. I have tried that. I had the Roadrunner a lot, but again, these are expensive. Now, as in, not that they're expensive, but they're expensive from the perspective of someone who hasn't got the money to do it. Now then, 150 horsepower. Well, no, it won't cut it. It won't. That's a little bit on the low side. However, I think the other one will. We did see. I do think that will. It's 260 horsepower. Does it matter that it's not got a hitch? Not really, not for our purposes. And I am a massive fan of red. 23,000. Let's have a look. Clear climatizer. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Decorative lanterns. No. Oh, hang on. That did actually do something. That I did see. Now, yes. No, we're trying to keep this as cheap as possible. Bumper standard. Front bumper. We'll keep as is. And I think that's exactly what we'll do. Right, okay, I'm happy with that. 23,000, we should give this a shot. 260 horsepower. A Fiat, why not? It is a European map after all, it's quite believable. So 23,000, indeed we will. Fantastic. Right then, let's get some of this stuff shifted then. Which will start with the actual tanker, which I think was probably what we... Yeah, no, this it may struggle with, but it's, yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I have got a lot of... And I don't think I've ever... Well, that's the whole point. We may make a mistake, we might have to go for the cab over, but we're going to try it. Maybe that it is too much for it, in which case we'll either have to sell this, or do we try it before so that we can sell it and get the most back? If that is the case, and we'll swap it for the cab over. I'd like to give it a shot, but I don't really want to be... I always like to give mods, especially mods I've never featured before, a go, and I love Pepe 978's stuff. All of his Fiat gear is always absolutely amazing. He is a fantastic modder, but obviously will this suit the power for what we're trying to do? So let's see what this is like if we're pulling a full tub of water. And we can actually go straight over the field for a change. Now then, if I remember rightly, one thing I was trying to do was, I've just looked in editing at the last session, we were supposed to be waiting, so I may have just... Well, we could always take a loan out. That is true. If necessary, I don't mind a bridging loan. We have got all of the... have I got... Did I bring... Let me just... We need to open those. And we shall see. Yeah, we have got... On the edge of the field, I'm sure, we've got the bales to grab. I will spit my words out. Yes. Yeah, I'm not stuck on this. It's just it's my holiday week this week, and all. Yeah, we're doing days out, and I must admit, I'm the designated driver for. Have been for most days. So there's a lot of travelling when you're just doing days out. So it has tired me out, but I didn't want to not do anything. I wanted to sort of keep things going. But the big things, I didn't really have the mental or emotional energy to do the bigger Let's Plays. So I thought, well, better to do this and carry on with this. I was going to leave it as a mini-series, like about 10 or 12, like I did the Italian map. And then I thought, I like this. Let's crack on. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I've got the energy to do it. And I've still got some of the other Let's Play to post anyway. I've got some for Neverland, some for Maypole, and some for Nieskopheim. So I have been posting those. We're getting close to the end of my Maypole and Neverland though. I'm posting at this precise moment. So there's going to come a time soon where I'm going to have to... Oh, I must have already done it. Yeah, I have. Obviously have. Okay, this is so strange having that in that wrong place. Right, okay, my bad. I honestly thought I'd forgotten that I've done that. That's typical of me. Right, so then we have... Yeah, well, I'm glad we figured that one out anyway. That's another thing, and I'm glad that we shared that, because, yeah, I was like thinking, well, hang on a minute. I really thought it was a 3 point. It did look awfully much like one. So then, we have got... We said we were going to buy... And first of all, we were going for field 17. Now, let's just check this out now, see if it has been harvested. 51,000, we could afford it. The other thing is, we may have to do a loan, truthfully, or I suppose what we could do is, let's get cracking. We seemingly have got work to do all of a sudden. Yes, we have. I don't mean it funny, but we wait till almost, I know I said halfway through the day, and I've not quite waited for that. But it is what it is. I don't mean it nasty. Sometimes I've got to be honest. I did think this when I said it earlier. We've all seen the fact that sometimes the AI farmers are a little bit wasteful and don't always. There's sometimes a lot of crops that aren't harvested. So I thought, I did think that inwardly myself. I thought, well, what happens if the AI is not going to harvest? You're going to miss out then. And it is true, I would have done. So I'm tempted to sell this straight out, and no, I'm not actually. No. If I was going to do anything, I would literally sell. I would sell them for seeds, if anything, because if we're going to do it ourselves, I don't mind if we have to buy manure, as in like just... Oh, no, we are making our own manure. We're making it as we speak, actually. Right, we need to be, following with that. Fantastic. Let's remember to clamp that down. And if we're clever, if we sort of go almost straight on... now the challenge is not going to like that, and I don't blame it. Is there a proper way... Let's have a look on the map. What's the proper way? We always do that sneaky trick up and over. The real one is to go into town, actually. Yeah, past that weird shaped field that I was going to buy. I've made mention of that, buying that one a few times. The trouble is, going through the middle of town, even though this is a little bit sneaky, I'm not sure the Colossus. We should lead with the Colossus. How many times do I say about having a harvest to follow? Ooh. Okay. Yeah, it is rather long, actually, to sort of do that. Would be fairly realistic, I would have thought. Let's see if we can just about get away with there. Not sure if we'd have totally foxed the harvester actually at that, because that was, you should never reverse when they're following. Ooh. Right, let's lead. Let's grab the harvester and we'll follow with this in a minute, because it's going to do some really strange... Oh, yeah, that's what I meant about doing really strange things. Luckily, it never... Yeah, whoa. That's why I don't like putting a harvester on follow. Yeah, I do keep saying this, and I finally listen, sort of. Right, let's stick this. I know they're not really there. I apologise for sort of going through them. I've done that a couple of times. I noticed in editing that I did keep going through these sort of bollards that aren't really there, and I really should, for realism, be not doing that. So apologies. Now then, do we go all the way down here and then to field 17? Do we grab that? We may well, if we've got to plant the olives now, so if we've got to do that and we're literally going to do field 17, then in all honesty we're going to have to take a loan out again. I don't believe how I am trying to show the featured mods. I would say we have to go across the field, and no we don't. We can actually do this. Now remember, you've got a long trailer, so please go wide. Yeah, and this is the proper way. This is actually going up that set of embankments. Not sure if we'll be able to get the trailer to follow us, because this is going to be a little bit different. There is a... yeah, but no, we'll do this the proper way, because I think I'm right. I think I'm going to snag that if I try to. It's too long. It's going to literally hit the ground. So let's try and do this the proper way for once. Now let's unfold you. And no, you're not going to get through those trees. Not quite, I don't think. Ooh, that's going to be a little bit tight, actually. Let's try here. That's one of the few places we'll probably get away with leaving that. So then we, yeah, it appears our worker has actually got caught on the tree below. Okay. We have indeed. It is. That's exactly right. It was a little bit of a stretch, really. It is a very long trailer. We're going to have to pull really wide all of the time, because I still think I'm right that if I go do this the other way, there's no way we're going to do this. It is a massive header. I mean, this is, it's doable. It really is. So we're going to crack on. But yeah, it really is for the map. It's small to medium, really. Not really a monster. So I think we're actually right. If we stick that straight in front of there, I think that's about right-ish. And we grab that. Always sends me, you always get this, like, that feeling of disorientation, as it sort of sends me the wrong way. Yeah. They've not been modding mods this week, but then it's a special week, isn't it? It's the yeah. I can't remember what it actually is. I know it's a special sort of week where giants and that are away. I just can't remember. Yeah, there's all sorts of fantastic things going on, aren't there? Really. So, right. Oh no, we haven't bought a. I think, if I'm honest with Field 17. We shall probably just have enough. Yeah, I'm still unsure as to how I feel about this. I don't like the Unreal. I would not use the Unreal. It's just the fact that we can harvest at full speed. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, I like to do things realistically, and that's not in my thing, which is a shame, because actually, I've got to be honest, this has become my absolute favourite harvester, so I'm not sure how to handle it, because it goes against what I go for. Now, of course, straw as well. You'd forgotten about that. I had, if I'm honest. Yeah, and we do need it, so we can't afford to let go. Right, okay, in that case, if that's what we are going to do, we're going to leave this and we're going to run and fetch that. We shall make a course out of this. So, first of all, we need to create a folder, and that's Field 17. And then we need to create a job, and for Field 17, which is a very odd shape. Now, will we be lucky to do 2? No, we can, that's fine. So that is 17, save, activate, 13.8 meters, and let's go nearest. We may miss the first headland. That's right. No, let's not run across the map. No, let's. Oh, I tabbed for the first time in ages. Apologies, that was not what I meant to do. Right, so we want. Is the Massey going to be? It can at a push, and it is fast. Yeah. We need to drop the weights though. All of them, and yeah, we can do that. And the 30 tonner is actually at the, it is, we drop this. It does struggle a little bit when this is full, but I don't think it's going to be quite full from that field. Well, no, I really don't think it's going to be full at all. So we need this, we need the baler. That's what we really need. I wasn't thinking of this actually, I was thinking of the baler. So we actually need the very tractor that we took to the top. And we actually do need the Anderson, and we do need the baler. Now, did we stick the baler back? I can't remember if we did or whether we left it out because we thought we were going to need it. We shall see in a minute. We won't really need a windrow for 13.8 metres. We did indeed. Let's go grab that. And we want the Anderson trailing behind. I do love the fact that we can do that in one. That is quite amazing. Yeah, I'd sort of feel this baler is on the edge of my sensibilities, but I'm not sure about the Colossus. The unreal capacity, I never ever intended to use the unreal capacity. So I'll be guided by yourselves. Am I going a step too far with using the Colossus? Or do we take it on the chin and sort of just don't go with the unreal capacities? That never was tempted to do that, but do we just ignore the speed thing? Do I actually use it at normal speeds? Yeah, can I just, I mean, I can do that. Yeah, that is true actually. I could do that, thinking about it. I have done that with, now then, which side need to unfold to do this? Can we hitch it normally? Has it got a middle hitch, as in just for towing, or do we have to just actually attach it properly? Yeah, I'm not sure for towing. I never thought about that kind of functionality for this actually, whether that was a thing or not. And the answer to that question is absolutely not. So then it's going to be, yeah, we need to go for the left hand side. Should be roughly about right. Right, now is that right? Yes, it would be. That would be right. Now we're not going to unfold it, so this is going to be a bit of a stretch really, this towing this on the road. We need to heavily go to the left, to the right even, to avoid hitting traffic. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, we need to be very careful here, because this is again not very yeah, we did do this with the worker, didn't we? We actually did sort of see if that was a thing and it was going to work. Right, we need to keep to the right, or we're going to get caught. Now that is not going up now. No, it isn't. It seems to be stuck at 45%, so something's cracking off. Again, no messaging system. It's still broken, as it has been for an awful long time. Yeah, that's definitely not going up. Let's crack on. We'll take over when we get back. I was hoping it would do it, but yeah, it's typical. Yeah, it appears to be stuck. I do like the shape of field 18. I did think that would be a fantastic field for many types of crop. It's so narrow and long. Yeah, it actually would make an absolute ideal, but we couldn't afford it. Field 17 is I'm sure we can make do with that. Can we go straight up with this? It's going to be a bit of a struggle. I'm not sure we can, but it should bend in the middle. Right, let's So why are you stopped? I have no idea why all of a sudden it stopped. Well, let's get this done. We are against the clock. I think it had done everything in the middle, and somehow it had not done the outside, which I don't know why. Yeah, I think it thought it had finished. But if it had thought it had finished, then why did it not jump out the yeah, it's true. It can't have thought it was finished. I have no idea where it what it thought, but definitely strange. I think that is us. No, a little bit more. Yeah, I thought we could get away with this actually being in the hopper itself. Now then, we can, if we're clever, we could do that. Ah, it's uneven, so I'm going to need to be clever about this. Can we get past this? Need to go a little bit further. It's a little bit. Right, that's that. Let's just get that strapped. Should just about get away with that. It's not really off the trailer by a lot, so we should be alright. Let's get these bales done and yeah, loaded straight away. I love this feature of this. That is absolutely amazing. It really is. Let's get this done. Yeah, I mean, you could also equally argue about this because it's only really the windrowy type bit that is slightly longer or slightly wider than it actually is. But again, yeah, it is a little bit sort of cheaty, and I really don't like that at all. But it's, again, it is a bit like the speed of the Colossus. I could literally use the can't think of the word. What is the word I'm looking for? I'll think of it. The more you chase, the more it disappears. The function where your speed is set by yourselves and you don't go faster than it, that's the function I'm trying to think of. Yeah, that just can't think of the proper word. But you all know what I mean. That particular function, yeah, where you can limit your speed. Or I could literally set it at the same speed as a traditional harvester, the same as I do when I'm doing the seeder, where you can run at full speed, but I limit it to 10 miles an hour, which is about right according to a conversation that Milk That Hen had with a real farmer when talking about the caster type seeders, which of course farmers have been doing casting by hand for thousands of years before any kind of implement was ever created. So it's not a I would say technology, but I use that in the loosest of terms, because really what we, you know, people used to use like satchel type bags and throw seeds out of the bag, so that's been done that way for thousands of years. Obviously there was no speed restraint when it was done that way, but that, what I'm saying is, the reality of casting has been around for thousands and thousands of years, well before actual farming implements were made. So there is a proper sort of thing that obviously casting can be done. You can throw quite a long way, and so therefore with equipment and horsepower and all the rest of it, that is definitely true, it could be done. But if you went too fast, then it may well totally stuff up the way that the it should work, I'm sure. We will definitely need to take a loan out though. That is something that is definitely true, to actually get this done. I just didn't want to waste all of that straw, because we are trying to make straw to manure, so it's just, yeah, this will come in very useful. Oh yeah, I was going to say that was a little bit horrible. Yeah, this is the type of thing where you can show that it's like got quite a wide Right. We don't want to fold. Yeah, we don't want to fold because we can't. So then, fantastic. Right, now then, the real purpose of our visit here was not to do this. Right, we do need to grab off the field though. I don't want to be risking catching this when I've got olives planted. So we may well have to, yeah, we will, because olive planting isn't cheap. So we may well have to go into debt to actually get this sorted. So then, right, we need to go into build mode. Now there is a cheat mod for doing this, but again, I'm not really wanting to cheat with this, if I'm honest. Now then, trying to think the best. That is probably the orientation that's going to be best for what we're trying to do. So we want to go into, they are productions and they are orchards, I believe. Ah, they have got the cheap olive and grape mod. It's a tenth of the price. It is. Do we allow that? Or do we allow it for now and then I pay? No, let's just do it properly. No, we want that. This is going to cost us a fortune. It is. Now then, oh, now does this? We're not going to get much in this, are we, really, if we do not do that? Or do we just take a loan? I'm going to guess at that type of cost, I would say it's going to be longer than that. I'd say this is going to be an awful expense if we don't allow something like that. It is a mod. It is. It is. It's a valid use of a mod, isn't it, really? Do we allow it? Yeah, it's going to be £1,000 per row anyway. Now then, green. Now that is a point. How? Is that acceptable? Is it too narrow? Is there a way of doing this? Let's have a look. Toggle snapping off. Let's toggle snapping on. Let's try that. Yeah, I don't want to go to... Apologies for the silence. Yeah, this is all by eye. I apologise. That's slightly wider, I think. Not terribly unparalleled. Am I doing this too wide? Should the green snap together? I would say that it should, shouldn't it? I think I'm going well too wide, really. Yeah, it's because it's small. I think I am right. I think it's supposed to be the green matches, isn't it? In which case I've done well too. Can I do another row in the middle? No. I don't think I'm that far out. I think I am right. I think it's supposed to... Well, we could actually do the grass, really. Ah, that looks more like it. Aha. Still not quite parallel, but hey ho. Live and learn. This is my first proper attempt to actually do this, I think. I think it is. I don't think I've ever... Let's try from the bottom. Harder to do that way, but yeah, might be able to go back to doing it from the top this time because there's a smaller tree. Yeah, it's wandering somewhat. We need to get the the angle, I think, like that a bit better. It's hard to see. Apologies for the quiet, yeah, with this, like quite a few other things, especially, yeah, if you did it all the time, this, I think you could get better. This is quite awful. I think I've done a crack. Ooh. Aha, now that I think was the very first one I've actually done right. There's still a gap in the middle, so I'm not quite sure I'm still right. I think it's not quite right, really. Yeah. Oh, then, no, I think I'm still... Can we twist to the sides? No, I think we're going to have to go back to the bottom to the top again. Can we zip further down? So we've got a better perspective of angles. It's hard to do the top. It's hard to see. I think I've done that well too wide actually. Let's cancel that. Sure. It's hard to say. It's typical. You couldn't have asked for a worse field. This got surrounded by trees. I had to choose this one. Well, it is what it is. Right, I think that's too wide. I'm sure it is. Yeah, it is definitely right. I think we will go from top to bottom. Well, if we hadn't done that, yeah, and we've still got some grass to plant as well. Oh, there's no way you're going to have to paint the green grass, I think, with this. That we could not afford the proper grass, even... Wow. I think we'll make this the last one. I know we could, but I think we will. I think we're going to make this It's quite a large field. We can always plant some more next year if, yeah, we could, it's true. It's quite a wide row. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but hey ho. That'll do, I think. Let's switch that off. Let's just go into, yeah, let's go back into build mode and we're going to go bird's eye view. Yeah, that's not bad. I think we're going to, obviously I'm going to do the paint. We might be able to do the painting actually. Let's do landscaping, painting, grass. Can we do that? Will it allow us to go in a little? I think we're going to need to add a little bit more cash, to be honest, to do this. I don't think we're going to actually do this. And do I honestly want to drag everybody through doing the entire field like this? I think we'll do this off camera. I do. Actually, yeah, for once I think we will do that. Yeah, and not right at this minute. I think we're going to leave it as is for now. We have planted our olives. I wanted to sort of show you this. I didn't want it to just suddenly appear. So we have used that mod. I'll ask for your opinion on this. If you wish me to pay, as in we'll use the tool, like 10 times the amount, which would be, whoa, seriously, 200,000 to plant that field. Whoa, that is expensive. Whoa, it would be, wouldn't it? 20 odd grand times 10. It's a tenth of the price. That would have cost us 200,000. If you wish me to pay the 200,000, as a, I'll pay it after the fact. I don't mind doing it. I mean, we are earning money reasonably. We can easily sort of have a 200,000 loan and actually do that. Right, we need to get everybody. We need to twizzle you around somehow. Well, now that we've got a field of olives in our way, yeah, that is a little bit leaning over. I'll do it. Well, we should be able to do it. Ooh, that's the point. Yeah, we are almost right. No, you can't unfold. I don't think with having that in. I'm almost sure I'm right. So we need to be grabbing you. Yeah, I don't know that this is going to be, because it's a bit awkward with the that really isn't terribly good. Do we leave this for now and just take the baler? It's not a bad idea. I think we will come back for that. Yeah, we'll stick that. And we will, yeah, lead with the Colossus. That's a follow, and hope that I don't run out of money before we get to the farm with having so little cash. This is seriously, yeah. Right, let's come back for the Anderson. So we have our field of olives. Just managed to plant that within the season. Now then, let's pull wide, or we're going to literally smash into the John Deere with the Challenger. Right, fantastic. Brilliant, let's get cracking. Can we fold this? No, I didn't think we could. I don't think I'd ever tried to do that. Yeah, it's, the top thing would not fold properly, would it? Because it's only just gone beyond its like flat capacity. Looking at what grain seed is technically a seed, really. Well, obviously you've got to adjust it to make it plant, but it is really a seed. The kernel. Right, so then where do we get to our, yeah, down this road. Oh, wow, fantastic. That was a very gratefully received tick up. think what I'm going to do with having that little bit of cash now, I might get off camera just do the green on the olives to make it look a little bit more pretty, but I will do that off camera, so my money will have gone down by the time we get back. This is the road, isn't it? The Leeds to the lump. It is. This is the road. This is our little sneaky shortcut. No, we'll just take a right. Oh, hang on a minute. The big header trailer we already know is gonna. Not if we go down at an angle. It all depends on how close the worker follows our exact path. We go down at an angle, we may just about get away with it. Right, that's okay, that away. Not expecting it, it might actually get snagged. Ooh, I do love it when a plan comes together. I know I'm saying that a lot, but for once I think that's quite apt. I'll stick that straight into the trailer. Ooh. Not sure we're going to get to the trailer, although it is a very, very long. We could bring the trailer to us though. Oh, I think they actually managed it. It's making the noises, so. Thank you very much, young man. And thank you very much, young man. I will go and grab the Anderson off camera. Did I actually manage to do that? I believe I did. Fantastic. It's nice when things work out. It doesn't happen very often, does it? Let's be honest. Oh, am I the wrong side? I am indeed. Oh. Now, yeah, now that was not so good. Now we can fold. Yeah, I'm not going to put this away because we're going to need this again soon. To do that in July, August, I think. Let's have a look. I would say 22 and 23 are both ready next month, but I might be wrong. Let's have a quick look. So I've got canola, and which is next month, and we also have lentils, which is also July, so we should be good to go. Fantastic. Right. I'm sure actually I've been that intense. I cannot recall how. I've not seen how many auto saves that I've actually have actually gone on. So I'm totally flummoxed as to whether we've done enough footage. I'm not sure, but I can always take a look and restart the cameras if I'm wrong. But I've always said it's about events. Yeah, the event today was us harvesting and preparing, or this session should I say, because this day has been quite a few sessions. Yeah, it was doing that and preparing with the olives. I will, of course, I'm going to do the painting, but that is a little bit mind-numbing to expect you to do. Obviously the money will be less than 6982, even though painting with grass is cheap. But all that remains to be said for this session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now. I just thought I'd show you the finished product, and when I say finish, you will see that I'm minus 11 and I haven't quite finished the field. So that's how far 7,000 will take you when you're painting just with grass at €2 per little square. So I just couldn't quite finish that, so I'll literally take this. We'll start next session and we'll start this. Managed to do most of it though. So there's a few weird patches where you do the actual field colour. There are a few little patches that aren't quite right. So we should see what it looks like on the ground level, whether it's I might touch it up when we've got a bit more money sort of going forwards. I think I will, because it's going to probably drive me crazy. I'm not, and also probably the weeds, and get rid of the weeds around the edge, but I do love the actual flowers across the edge, and I'm going to get rid of those as well, so I might put up with the bushes. So there we go, that is it actually done. So I'm not going to say goodbye because I've already said goodbye, but I just wanted to show you the finished product to see that it is actually done. And we did actually get through all of that money. I have bought the... Oh no, I sent it back actually. I tried to, it's got stuck somewhere. I literally sent the... it got down there. Okay, let's just take this back. Yeah, it says the destination was unreachable, which I actually don't believe it. I don't know what went wrong there. So we got 4 bales, so that wasn't bad off that. They're big bales. We'll stick these into the to make manure. Should we take it through to tomorrow morning? I'd like to. I think we've done everything that we needed to do, and then it'll be the harvesting next session. Also, yes, you will note, yeah, I took a few liberties, which is probably why I ran out of money, because I probably could have done this. You will note there's no rubble heaps here now. I've replaced them with, yeah, I've used the map objects hider to hide them all, and I've stuck those bushes to hide what the map maker was actually trying to hide in the first place. That, yeah, that the end of it was a little bit strange, as it would be when you're doing the different levels. But yeah, that's that done. So let's just get this ready to drop those into the shed, the production shed, and we will take this through to tomorrow. I think I've already told this to do it. I'm almost sure I have. Oh, we were going to see if that could actually move the tanker, weren't we? That was the other job we were going to do. Oh, that's a little bit... Right, let's smash it. Let's just see if we can get that tanker to move when it's fully laden, because it is a big job for it, really. It's a... I'm just not sure it will. Yeah, no, absolutely fine. Yeah, I don't mean it's perfect, but it is. It shifts it how we want it to. That's all that really matters. We'll stick that in there, because I do believe there are a couple of processes that did need some water, and quite extensively, so we shall stick that in, and I shall yeah, hopefully see you next session. We've covered quite a lot, really, thinking about it in this session. Yeah, it was. I checked just after I'd stopped recording. It was actually, it's a 45-minute session, so, well, slightly over, but right. No, we're not as close as you think you are. Right, so then, yeah, I'm going to say... No, I'm not. I'm not going to say goodbye. We're going to take it through till tomorrow morning, as we said we were going to do. And let's have a look if there is anything in the sales. The all-rounder flatline 600 field crater has dropped in the interim. Oh no, I'm looking at that. Shallow cultivator, 6 metre, 27,000. So, wow, that was expensive without that. Right, let's take this through till tomorrow morning. We should get some tick, I think, from the fertiliser, I think. Manure digest. Of course, we're making manure. Do we actually make some fertiliser with that last little bit to give us a bit of cash? I think we've got enough there for now. I do as well. Let's swap that over to give us a little bit of income. Otherwise, we're seriously going to be manure plus digester. Yes. And let's switch you off. And the herbicide, of course, is going. Right, let's go through till the morning. And 8 o'clock is indeed still just about right. Yeah, I'm hoping literally over the weekend that it's going to be business as usual with the normal Let's Plays. Yeah, I'm hoping actually this may be one of the last sessions. I might get one more in before I actually change this. So yeah, we did earn a little bit of income from that. But, oh, that is beautiful. Ready to harvest, you were right. It's a beautiful looking thing, and so is the canola. So next session we have a busy session of harvesting our 2 fields. I'm really looking forward to the lentils. To actually, that's a point. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I know it's going to be an hour long now. It is. I'm not going to make this into a thing, but it's going to be slightly over. Right now we want to be going, because it's not going to show us, is it? We want to be going to lentils. Not sure. I can't remember which one was worth the most. Not much in it really. In fact, actually, yeah, lentils slightly more. Let's have a look at 1339. And yeah, there's not much in it, is it really? So yeah, the lentils, and the highest points of December, so I haven't got long to wait. Olive leaves, I'm intrigued in that, whether the special olive thing that we've got is actually the one that does that. Really looking forward to doing our yeah, what we've got. And also the other thing is, I don't know the yield potential on the lentils. It could be a lot, it could be a little, it could be, yeah, I just really don't know. Does it tell you on here? 40.5, 40,000 versus about the same as canola. Looking at that, it's very slightly more. So yeah, not got a stupendous yield as some. I remember the coffee beans on which map was it in FS19? Now that was an absolute beautiful thing. The yield potential on coffee beans was absolutely astronomical. You could make an absolute fortune. One of the best crops I've ever come across in the game, really is. I do wish we would get more crop types like that across the maps. It would be really nice. It's one of those features that map makers can do, so you think, well, why aren't giants doing it really? Because I mean, map makers have done it. Why doesn't that get imported into the base game by giants to create the game? It does make you wonder, doesn't it, really? Anyway, yeah, enough of this. I'm not having a go. Oh, let's have a look at the sales. Yeah, do we need another small? No, if anything. There's one thing I put in today that Giants have just released, which is, I don't know whether this ad, I think it's in small tractors, I think it's in medium, but we'll have a quick look. Yeah, it's one of my favourite looking tractors, but it always has been, I think it's in medium. It always has been just outside of the more expensive than all the other brands for pretty much what it is. So it's one of those things. Obviously Deutz-Fahr, they have some fantastic, I love the Deutz, always been a massive fan. The Agristars are cheap, so is that one, the DO6. I think it is going to be in mediums, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, okay, it's going to be in mediums. I'll put this in today. They do it by Giants themselves. Yeah, so it's not going to be modded. It's going to. I love the look of the Deutz. It's probably, if I'm going to be honest, one of the prettiest looking tractors of any. Although the Massey is very similar. I'm going to say that Massey there is very, very similar. The engine, I do love the. Is it the? I thought it was actually. No, that's bigger. Yeah, the one that I've put in today is the. Is it the Series 6 or is it? Well, we shall see, because it's literally. Here we go. The Series 6 TTV. It's got the same beautiful sculpting, but it's slightly. Might be able to afford this. I've got to be honest. I would. I love the look of the nose on these. It's absolutely amazing. I love the green colour as well. I must admit, it's a beautiful bit of machinery. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to actually having this. Truthfully, does it have a front loader? It does. Now that I would seriously love to have one of these, probably even in this very Let's Play. Now, how much would it cost for us to have the Biggie? 143,000. It's not that much, is it, to have the quick, and never been that much bothered about that. But yeah, so 144,000 brand new. So yeah, I would really love to. Another one that I'd like to have. Yeah, I've had a few Let's Plays where the JCB, I've had it on the sale. Yeah. Oh, I've put the Fiat Agri back in, haven't I? Yeah, I wanted to see if Pepe'd actually put the engine's noise down. I suppose we know something. We could actually test that out now. This is, yeah, let's just save the game. And we're gonna. We need to switch auto save off, or it's gonna like run havoc on what I'm gonna do now. Yeah, if I hit the auto save at the point I do this, right? So we have saved it at that point. Let's just have a bit of fun. Let's go to the shop, and I think we're gonna literally. You can't always tell from this whether things are noisy. Oh wow, why on earth did that disappear? Right, we're going to literally least the Fit Agri. This would have been my personal choice for many a Let's Play if it had not got such a noisy nice. Well, it doesn't matter. We would do it just, yeah, we're not really buying it, are we? Yeah, it really would. It's absolutely an amazing. Oh no. Economic standard, and you can have a front loader as well. Wow, that is amazing. So we're going to lease this. I just want to have a little bit of a play on camera to see how noisy that is. Is it still as noisy as it ever was? Now that doesn't sound too bad, although it never sounds. I don't know. I think Pepe has knocked that down a little bit, and if he has, I'm going to be keeping this in because this would make what I class as the perfect starting. It would. It's got the horsepower to actually make it usable as a sort of small to medium tractor. It's nimble. It's got a front 3-point linkage and a front loader attacher, makes it an almost invaluable tractor. The only reason I ever took it out was because it's too noisy. So we should see. I'm looking forward to actually playing this back with the Fit Agri because it wasn't always, it did always sound a little noisy, but yeah, not always until you play back the footage. And I even tried mucking around with the volume levels before on the game, so that's where I'm going to leave it. That never happened. That's just, yeah, I'm going to scoot now. I'll leave you in peace. But yes, if that is not too bad, this may well be featured back again in my Let's Plays because it is a beautiful bit of kit, and I am a massive fan of Pepe. I really am. It's just it used to overpower you when you're talking, and as a content creator, it just means you just can't have it, unfortunately, because people have got to be able to hear you talk. So if that has been altered, then we may well be seeing this beautiful bit of machinery again. Definitely. But yeah, I am going to hopefully see you next session.